The creative auto-manual SLR, the Minolta X-500. With simple, creative aperture priority automatic exposure control, with quartz control, direct auto-flash metering, and full metered manual, and with other advanced camera-making technology, for a superb cost-to-performance single-lens reflex camera that gives you outstandingly creative photographic results. The creative auto-manual SLR, the Minolta X-500. The Minolta X-500 is an aperture priority automatic exposure SLR. You simply set A on the mode selector and choose your preferred aperture setting. The X-500's viewfinder displays both mode and f-stop selection, along with the camera-selected shutter speed that gives you best exposure results. A smaller aperture gives you clear, crisp focus from your camera position all the way to the horizon. And larger apertures highlight a subject while subduing the background, perfect for portrait photography. Aperture priority automatic exposure mode also gives you full automatic control with mirror-type telephoto lenses and close-up equipment with simplified operation. The creative auto-manual SLR, the Minolta X-500. The X-500 also brings you Minolta Direct Auto Flash Metering. An extremely sensitive silicon photocell measures light reflected from subject through the lens and off the film surface and controls flash emission for ideal exposure. In the X-500's viewfinder, you'll see flash-ready confirmation and, after firing, proper exposure confirmation. You can use a full range of apertures. Larger apertures for extended auto-flash distances up to 20 meters. And smaller apertures for auto-flash close-ups and photomicrography. With any aperture auto-flash, you're always assured of precise flash results. The creative auto-manual SLR, the Minolta X-500. Another creative feature to help ensure perfect auto-exposure results is the X-500's AE lock, particularly effective in contrasty lighting conditions. Here's what you do. Simply activate metering. Approach the subject to measure subject's brightness. Depress the AE lock switch. Recompose your shot and release the shutter. The result? Always perfect subject exposure. Every time. The creative auto-manual SLR, the Minolta X-500. Full metered manual exposure control comes with the Minolta X-500. First, set your X-500's mode shutter speed selector to any shutter speed you wish, from 1 to 1/1000th of a second, and select any aperture. A blinking LED in the X-500's viewfinder indicates your pre-selected shutter speed. And a steady LED indicates the X-500's suggested shutter speed. Now change the pre-selected aperture so the steady LED moves to match the blinking indication, thus obtaining optimum exposure. Or match up the LEDs by changing the shutter speed. Or you can deliberately override the camera's suggested shutter speed and create virtually unlimited combinations of shutter speeds and f-stops for any exposure effects you wish. and the widest possible range of creative results. The Creative Auto Manual SLR, the Minolta X-500. The X-500's full information viewfinder guides you to perfect photography. In the X-500's viewfinder, you'll find Minolta's exclusive acute matte focusing screen with a brighter, higher contrast image that gives faster and easier focusing. There's also a choice of 8 optional interchangeable acute matte focusing screens. All pertinent exposure data is presented in the X-500's viewfinder, the mode you've selected, the camera selected shutter speed along with your pre-selected shutter speed in manual mode, flash ready and proper exposure confirmation, and your pre-selected aperture setting. There's also an audible warning when the shutter speed falls below 1/30th of a second. It's cancelable too. The Creative Auto Manual SLR, the Minolta X-500. Other Minolta X-500 features include Minolta's exclusive energy-saving touch switch. LED readouts turn off after 15 seconds to conserve energy. An electronic 10-second self-timer with a 3-step LED and cancelable audible signal. A handy safe load signal tells you that your film is properly loaded and advancing smoothly. The X-500's lubricant-impregnated stainless steel bayonet mount for an accurate, smooth lens-to-camera fit. The X-500's integral double-action grip aids in holding the camera easily and steadily. The Creative Auto Manual SLR, the Minolta X-500. A full range of custom Minolta SLR accessories are available to expand your X-500's creativity. Included are 3 dedicated PX series auto electro flashes, the Minolta Auto Electro Flash 360px, 132px, and 280px. Off-camera, multiple flash use is enhanced by Minolta Flash System accessories. With a PX series auto electro flash, you can take advantage of X-500 techniques such as flash fill-in and slow shutter flash to automatically balance background detail. There are also the Motor Drive 1 and the Auto Winder G. These optional Minolta SLR accessories give you high-speed film advance for high-speed, action-freezing photography at its best. The Auto Electro Flash 280px or 360px combines with the Power Grip 2 for flash synchronized photography up to 3.5 frames per second. And the world's first multifunction back combines an extremely accurate built-in quartz-controlled microcomputer for unmanned camera control, like time-lapse photography. Long exposures, and imprinting of date, time or code number. The Minolta Quartz Databack likewise can data imprint. The Minolta Wireless Controller IR1 set permits remote control photography from 60 meters away. There are over 50 interchangeable Minolta SLR lenses, from a 7.5mm fisheye to a 1600mm super telephoto, and hundreds of other Minolta SLR accessories. State-of-the-art optical, electronic and camera-making technology are yours in a new, superb, cost-to-performance single-lens reflex camera. The creative auto manual SLR, the Minolta X-500.